Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Luce, and tonight we're going to be finishing off the Hildibrand questline for Endwalker. Duplicity and duplication. Delian is ready to embark on his latest investigation. Coda, you're just in time to assist with my latest fact-finding expedition. Our recent foray into Charlian revealed Poo-Poo's friend was in the company of the Hanish alchemist, yes? As such, I inspired you some preliminary legwork here in Thavnir. I contacted my usual source for local sightings, but they, alas, they had none to share. I cannot keep this character's voice consistent, no matter how often I play him. Thus switched tactics, decided to track down this alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have heard a tale of an apothecary bold enough to set up shop in a Garland battlefield, right? The inspector and others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet there's been no leads here in the city or the Great Work. I believe they've moved their investigation to Yelmad. So I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot have that little blue man muddying the waters when we're so close to grasping his master plan. I do believe this is the coastal city. Yes, it is. I'm probably not going to grind too hard near the end, although I probably will want to get at least Dragoon to level 90 so that I can throw out all my maiming gear that is below 90. It's nice when you have a number of jobs sharing gear. Mr. Poo-Poo. Oh, my friend is an exceptional individual, capable of astounding feats I could never accomplish without the help of my starship's equipment. What else can you tell us of your long-lost comrade, Master Poo-Poo? Brandyhild. Oh no, I was giving that voice to Brandyhild here, while Poo-Poo was trying to give a surprisingly deep and elegant voice to contrast the tiny and adorable size. This port town would be an excellent place to analyze global world trends. Alright, I should probably remove the block for now. I see the two of you eager to observe my inspectorial genius at work. The long-term fans are often the most ardent. As a matter of fact, we are just about to continue with our investigation into the alchemist we know to have been traveling with Master Poo-Poo's comrade. Hildibrand is really either a love it or hate it questline. I mean, oh, and there's her stalker. There's the girl's stalker in the back. Oh. I mean to say, I'm merely following in the inspector's wake. You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandyhild. It is wrong of me to comport myself as equal to you in any respect, for I am but a copy, and a flawed one at that. Stuff and nonsense. Believe it or not, self-creation is unbecoming of a Manderville man. Exactly, the things you do are amazing. Oh, I don't know about that. 'Twas you who saved Coda from certain doom, was it not? Well, not quite as outrageous as mine. Your rapid reasoning is nonetheless quite effective. It is kind of you to accept me, rough edges and all. I only hope that my meager contributions are some small assistance. I'm sticking with Reaper. Too modest by half, and I'd say his mental facilities far surpass those of the original. Well, that's enough chin-waggling among ourselves, I think. Let us spread out and learn what we know of this adventurous apothecary. guess I might as well head by the docks first. Yeah, basically, Hildibrand is, some people like it, some people hate it. It's always been optional, so no one really minded either way, but since it's tied to the relic quest, that's been, one of the two major complaints. Now, granted, it's pretty much a purely cutscene, so I guess I could start at the beginning. Basically, every expansion except for Shadowbringers has had a Hildibrand questline where our gentleman investigator has to deal with a case of all these wacky and weird shenanigans. So it's very, and yeah, as you can guess, it's pretty love and hate. It's primarily cutscenes. Some of them have had battles to worry about, but by and large, it's purely a story side quest. So it's also something you can skip if you just don't like it. That changed since Endwalker's quest line requires completion of it in order to unlock all the steps. And it's not a big deal, especially since, as I said, it's pure story, so if you just skip all cutscenes, it goes by pretty quick, but well, I'm not too bothered by it, but again, I actually do like these, so I am a biased source. Oh yes, I know the fellow of who we speak. Fellow fisherman told me a friend of his, apothecary, set up the war-torn Garlem on some medicines. Reckless fool, you're asking me. I have no interest in the affairs, but you do, I take it? If so, I suggest you head to a wig and hear the tale. Look for a red-haired lad with gathering shellfish. I'm in no rush, might as well just walk. Now, the relic quests themselves are in every expansion, and each one has a different requirement, usually requiring you to grind old content. The ones this time around are really easy, but comes also up. Oh yeah, my gears are fine. Nailed. Perhaps if I emulate Inspector Hildibrand's cavalier attitude, that could be of great use to our investigations. I guess he's a bit distracted. Hey Delian, how you holding up? Inspector Brandale is possessed of a brilliant mind. If you were willing to work with Thavnar in truth, I'd employ him in a heartbeat. The fishmonger. Do I know any apothecaries in Razahan? Of course, more than I can count. I've not heard of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. It seems like a terrible idea with the civil war raging and the world almost ending and all. The situation's improved in recent days, but even so, the raiding host still has to provide security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant traveling alone? Impossible. I'm assuming it's in this building then. Guess not. Hard to believe that before Stormblood, water... Well, in here you could walk just fine, but in like the deeper ones there, you straight up couldn't go in there. Or because there was no swimming mechanics, or there'd just be an invisible wall. Then they later added swimming to all the areas, including the older ones, and that was nice of them. How did I miss this person? They were just right behind the building. I know many merchants travel abroad, but none with business Garlemon. You have to be mad or desperate indeed to consider heading up shop in that land. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement, but it's still not the kind of place one simply wanders in. One does not simply wander into Garlemon and open a street stall. I guess it makes sense there'd be a little difficulty getting things going. Even the current trade agreement that Vitra attempted was largely to try and make sure the people there keep their autonomy to a degree. Inspector Brandale, the blocky man of quality. I say, how far are your inquiries? I should probably make it even deeper, I guess. Ah, Coda, I'd hope you're questing more and fresher fruit than mine. I did get one lead, at the very least. Oh, good friend, the alchemist in question, you say. Let's gather our troops and pay a visit to the fallacious fishermen. story of my apothecary friend. Oh, we missing Barsuf. Well, I was near enough calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. He comes from a very poor family, and growing up, he never had much in the way of possessions. Money possessions, I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at a succession of trades, he decided alchemy would earn the most money, but his stock never sold as well as he kinda hoped. So when he heard all about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely the middle of a war is the best place to sell medicine. More like the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up, but while one would have expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, he was practically euphoric when I saw him again. With God's given blessing, he'd found the snowfields and given him more cause to celebrate. He said he'd learned how to create gold. I must admit, I laughed at first. Ah, crap, he found the Philosopher's Stone. He's gonna make lead into gold. Which is bad if you need to make anything with lead, because gold is really soft. Oh, he showed me a gleaming mountain of stuff, enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Van Hoody, a word which brings to mind the bounty of divine. Wait. A name I've heard. He's the rising star in the markets, is he not? The one napping up commercial ventures left and right. Yes, Van Hoody certainly has made his ambitions known here in Thavnair, especially when he attempted to purchase the entire port. Now, the dockmaster hasn't declined the sell, of course. When it comes to buying historic landmarks, a bottomless purse can open surprising amounts of doors. Last I'd heard, he convinced the gilded Arya into a private abode, and has been filling it with every rare treasure he can secure. He pays out regularly large sums for artworks depicting the goddess Asura. I remember him being a fervent worshipper even as a child. I have encountered this Mansuya and Margalore, in Razatan, yet I recall no mention of this Asura. Well, it's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she's not well loved by the common folk. Barsuf is different, though. He sees life as a constant battle to amass wealth, and is to Asura whom he prays for victory. Interesting. And there's a character I had completely forgotten. And damn me if she didn't listen. That once poor boy became merchant royalty, a man far too rich and important to afford more than a fleeting moments for a simple fisherman, even those who once dear friends. Excuse me, I must leave it at that. These clams won't sell themselves, you know. Interesting. Asura. Now there's a name I wasn't expecting to see. There had been hints at her in the Endwalker 6.5 trailer, but she never showed up. If we're blunt, I thought when the 12 fused, they would actually turn into her specifically because of her Final Fantasy IV appearance. I won't spoil it for those who haven't played, and also we don't know if she's going to be like that or something new. 14 does like to do its own interpretations of similar characters after all. Like, even when Rubicante and all the other 4 fiends had their super modes, those were all unique to 14. FF4 never had them. Oh, that I was sought after apothecary and upstart merchant prince were one and the same the whole time. Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon was a certain alien craft and its occupant? Sorry to intrude. Aren't you the hero who helped the folk when people were turning into beasts? Well, a nasty-looking creature showed up outside town. One of our guards was to confront it, but I don't like our odds against that, thing. Oh, sounds like a case for Inspector Hildibrand. Come, friends, let us investigate forthwith. It's a shame Shadowbringers kind of skipped it, but... skipped Hildibrand, but I guess there was a lot going on then. Ah, you again. I thought you destroyed that monster. I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he's proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times must we teach you the same lesson, shiny skull man? Listen, what do you want about? Bah! Cease this babble and get out of my way. Lord Van Oody's orders are to cause trouble in the port. I'm behind schedule. And Hootie, the merchants tried to buy your mud, so he put you up to this. Cusses, how did you manage to do my dastardly plan? Well, if he's gonna make this easy, I guess this means I just need to slice him up now. You just blurted it out. Silence! No one who learns our schemes can be suffered to live. Prepare me squash, smell some worms. It's cute, he thinks he can stop us. A nice entrance. Ah, so he did learn a lesson. Three more sinister skullmen. Was the doctor a quadruplet? More than likely, he simply cloned himself, I'd wager. Oh no. Oh, those poor bastards. Mother! Supre Lugae. Vexatious vermin, I'll soften you up. That's okay, I'll use my scythe as a golf club. I can do that, right? Oh well, I guess tennis also works. Ah, a lucky hit. I haven't played tennis in so long. I should play a bit sometime. Damn it, of course. Uh-oh. Oh dear. One last pitch. That was pretty expensive, but now that we know we can afford it, I just need to be ready. Okay, this time I'm going full baseball mode. So I have one hit, one strike. Unlimited heavy hitter special. Our character's been handling all the sports lately. But that was my fastball. I've come to expect father sudden appearances, but what brings you here, mother? A proposition from the merchant Van Hootie. As a matter of fact, I'm accompanying your dad as manager of a Manderville. We were just on our way to the bloke's mansion. I've already refused Master Van Hootie once before when he tried to buy out a commercial empire. This time, however, it deals with the concerns of offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. It was an attractive offer, considering the fine jewelry as our stock in trade. We thought to at least listen to his proposal. Yeah, with unlimited money, a lot of doors open that should never be opened. But he would purposely command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public port. You can't do business with a thug like that. Absolutely not. Yeah, during the relic questline, Godbird has mentioned that he primarily uses his wealth empire as a way to pursue his personal passions. Where did these lackeys come from in the first place? Is there a hulking weaponized brute manufactory somewhere? Actually, there could be, now that I think about it. As I suspected, my ship's vaporization beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter. So you can copy inorganic materials as well. Interesting. That kind of replicator technology is extremely dangerous. It's a good thing. It really needs to be careful who learns about it. Once the matter of duplication facility is analyzed in object's molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. Yet it cannot create matter from nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to facilitate the process. So that's how he got unlimited gold, but he still needed a source of energy for it. Oh, you used to know a lot about that, Inspector Brandyhild, even alien starships. And tis no great achievement, as I mentioned. The gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the starship's own archives, which included the full schematics and functions. That seems like an awful lot to have. Assuming I understand this correctly, is it possible Van Hoody's using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold? We share the same suspicion, Master Delian. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals like that. Of course, tis the obvious conclusion. That being the case, one might further assume Van Hoody is either threatening or deceiving Master Poo-Poo's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Of course, the action is clear. We march right up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of an extraterrestrial hostage. Don't worry, I'm pretty good at strong-arming people when needed. I was hesitant to put stock in the unsavory rumors I'd heard, but this unprovoked attack seems incontrovertible proof of Valhun's villainy. Good to see you, Coda. And good to see you're still keeping company with our darling boy. That blocky lad, a new friend. Smooth off the edges, he'd be spitting image of our Hildi. I am given to understand that, while identical in appearance, the craft belonging to Master Poo-Poo's comrade is equipped with much more advanced technology. That was a smashing hit, Coda. All this talk of threats and deceit has me worried. The Inspector's mother is monstrously strong as the Manderville men, except that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we found out that the Manderville bloodline has alien blood within them, but that doesn't explain a number of things, including where her strength is from. We must confront this malicious merchant at once. If your heart's set on confrontation, then you may as well come with us. Isn't invitation include a private airship flight to his new estate? I was only formally reject his deal anyways, and a pilot will be waiting. Let's take this Van Hoody to task and bring an end to this case once and for all. The gentleman at heart, Godbert's ready to lead you to his waiting pilot. Shall we burn our way? We're to meet Van Hoody's pilot, the rise just across the south of Karaya's footsteps. Yeah, only his airship pilot knows where the mysterious mansion is. And it's probably going to be a big fight if I had to guess, so we must be prepared. Wait, it's over here, not up. For some reason, I thought it was going to be up there on the temple, but no, it's here. Which makes some more sense if we're completely honest. Hello, I am definitely not the Reaper of Death, Doom, and Despair, here to slice everyone to ribbons. Oh god, but Lady Julian. And entourage. Pray excuse the presumptuous. My son and his companions insist they come along, desperate as they are, to meet with this illustrious Master Van Hoody. I see. One moment, if you, please. Yeah, I guess that's the one thing. I cannot go incognito as I am now. He's gonna know I'm going, and that he knows that... Lord Van Hoody will be proud to welcome you all, glad to welcome you all to his home. Please step forward, I should take you there directly. Yeah, he has to have a plan specifically for me, because he knows if he doesn't prepare, nothing can stop my rampage. Wait. How could he even get that? I thought those were destroyed. We knew he needed to get the ether from somewhere, but... Welcome, honored guests, to my humble abode. I trust the view is to your liking. Since you travel all the way from distant Ul'dah, a pleasant backdrop to our talks is the least I can provide. And what an unexpected boon this is. I've been debating to extend you a personal invitation, but now here you are, like a wish come true. Save your act for the magistrates, Van Hoody. We know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You'll cease this exploitation of alien technology and release our hostage to Chaos Master Poo-Poo at once. Unraveled my schemes, have you? Good, I needn't waste my breath on tedious explanations, then. This is Master Poo-Poo, I suggest. I do have this fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting their technology, I freely admit to duplicating, quite frankly, obscene amounts of gold. But that was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Would not the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you at my side. With the vaunted Warrior of Light as a template for my clone army, we could conquer this and every other land in creation. That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. Yeah, as much as this would be hilarious. Strictly speaking, a clone army of me would probably be able to do that, but, come on, I may be a Reaper, but I have standards, you know? A pity, yet I anticipated you would prove an impediment to my ascension. Yeah, it seems it's time to come test Luget's ritual of manifestation. I see, a modified summoning ritual, I'd wager. Well, technically, summoning in this game has primarily... It's not really summoning, it's a creation magic. It was just called summoning because we didn't know what it was until around Heaven's Ward. All was prepared long in advance of your coming. This tower holds not only the most mundane treasures, but also a cache of crystals. As to the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I don't do but not but clone myself. After all, who's more devoted to my cause and my goddess than me? Wait, so that's all himself. Wow. Talk about great sacrifices for your... Usually you'd think someone cloning themselves and thinking of themselves so highly would, Divine Asura, take up thy blades and wage war upon thy earthly rival. I mean, you'd think they'd all be fighting over who the original was, but... Nay, Hildibrand, against a primal, we may be actually more of a hindrance than help. We dare not remain within its sphere of influence. Yeah, I'm immune, but no one else here is. Or at least most of them are. That's so. Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal. Yeah, primals corrupt ether to effectively brainwash their servants. However, with the goddess's ward, I should be in good shape. The Gilded Aria, now accessible. I must say, it's rather interesting we're diving just right in, but no complaints here. Clear selection. Trials. Gilded Aria. Gilded Aria. Van Hoody has welcomed you to the Gilded Aria, the historic vault in which he houses his many and wondrous treasures. But it's not wonder that fills your heart when you spy upon the ominous devices lining the side of the structure. It reminds you devices you remember seeing inside the Tower of Babel. Your sense of dread is justified when summoning begins, drawing upon the devotion of the imprisoned faithful. The corrupted incarnation of the Mansuya is brought to being. She's Asura, a deity of battle and conflict. Whether you wish or not, your mettle must be tested. Oh wow, 11 minutes. So, how's your day going, Asura? Yeah, I guess I should probably go somewhere and do something else productive while I'm waiting for this. Judging by the design, well, first of all, this is a very awesome design. I love it. I'm going to guess, do you remember Naldthal when I did the first of the 3 24 player raids and how they would switch? I'm getting the sense that's also going to be happening here. The Gilded Arena. No, Aria. False Mansuya Asura. Oops.
I am Asura, and on battle I thrive. Have you the courage and strength to face me? Will you dodge, or will you bleed?
Oops, I'm a bit too far away.
The veil shall fall.
That's a tank buster. I don't need to worry about that. Not as a DPS, anyway.
You've not time to blink.
Ephemerality.
Tremble before the might of the minutiae. Come forth, embodiment of carnage. Revel on the bloody field of war. Spirit of battle awaken. Sharp is the lesson. The weak shall perish.
I'm messing up my positionals, but better I don't die. But I still need to get this right. Hey, I still remember a few tricks. Reaper's my main. Oopsie. You didn't see that.
Behold the six-fold blade.
Oh, come on, really? Well, I'm not too upset. Mistakes like this happen.
Be my strength.
Everyone's on blue, so I'm assuming I want
I
blue.
will scatter your bones. Show me your steel. Spirit of battle awakens.
I have no idea how I'm alive after I got 3 of the frickin' vulnerability stacks, but I guess I can't complain.
Show me your steel. Unmerciful light shine on you.
I completely effed that up. Oh crap, I messed up. Okay, that was a bit too close for comfort, but I won, but I made it.
Behold the six-fold blade.
Oh, come on, really? Really? Are you effing kidding me? Got 3 vuln stacks. 7.
Joyful is your downfall.
Face of delight.
I will scatter your bones.
I don't know if we're gonna get the last LB3, so I might as well use it here, right? We're not getting LB3, so I'm just using it here.
Will you drop or will you bleed?
Ordered chaos. And there we are. Well, so much for that. Good show, Kota. Would seem you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. And even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing the radiant host of that despicable Alvanuri's wrongdoings. I imagine he had an escape plan. There's Divine Asura defeated. Turn the wheel. We flee for now. Ooh, is that flying the starship without my permission? That treasure's mine and mine alone. You called your vessel Master Poo Poo? No, no, I did not. That is my friend's ship. Ah, the friend ship. I guess it sensed he was vulnerable and decided to get back at the abusive master. Isn't that how it goes? At last, the moment is... At last, the moment of sweet reunion's at hand. Oh, I'm so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. But why'd you open fire? Didn't that man help you after you crashed? He did, at first. He pulled me from the wreckage and saw to it my vessel was prepared, so in return I replicated whatever trinket desired, taught him the basics of the starship technology. That resulted to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected by one of the star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ship, flew me out to the jungle, and left me there to die. Slowly agonizing, I was able to synthesize a cure, and when I came back to... so it's the same one Master Poo-Poo suffered from. It must be one their species was vulnerable to. Well, any of them might have been, honestly. Most people aren't really... Most people's bodies aren't built to handle alien life form stuff. Agonizing, I was able to synthesize a cure, and then I came back to reclaim my property. Experiences led me to conclude dominant sentient life forms are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited to peaceful cohabitation. But my slash a full-scale invasion. It's the only way to guarantee our survival. No, they're not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. These ones have been nothing but all kind to me. Oh yes, all smiles, so they laser you in the back. We have to strike first before they show their true colors. Oh dear. I think it's gone haywire. The ship's reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized. And we're all in the vicinity! The thinking chair pose. Damn it, think. If I'm to stop the explosion, I need to traverse a considerable distance to the starship, but I can conceive of no logical solution. Of course, Hildi knows. Inspector Brand Hildi must employ my father's mighty moves to propel me to the vessel. I too have calculated Lord Gobbert's signature techniques are our only means of sufficient propulsion, yet there's a flaw. I lack the strength to perform the throw and no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildibrand, and it's you who must fling me. That's right, he has the information from the ship's data in his mind. He must learn and master his father's technique. Skyward, as only a Manderville can! I think that, I lost my grip. I think that might have been the wrong direction. While still flying. Given my trajectory and velocity, the correct shift and posture should generate lift. Yes, I can still make it. Oh, boomerang! I'm going to pretend that makes sense because that's the only way you can survive with this story, this side quest storylines. Side quests storylines. Ah, keep tripping over my own words. It is too late. The reactor's going critical. There's only one way to save the day. Oh no, I know what's he's gonna do. I don't like it. Inspector Brandehild! Our brief time together was more than a defective clone could ever ask for. Be well, my friends. Is this case closed for Inspector Brandehild? Nay, my loyal assistant, as a chief of the old gentleman, our dear Brandehild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again. Mark my words. You've rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you through high-intensity plasma blasts. Even at the cost of one of your own. Only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness, but alas. There's not to forgive. With his blocky constitution, Inspector Brandehild will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Poo-Poo, you're a friend of ours, and what are a few minor plasma burns among friends, huh? Our own planet, it was lost to the phenomenon you call the final days, and survived only because we were exploring the cosmos at the time. Oh. 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 Yeah, she did say a million planets had been lost to the power of the Endsinger. I can't believe I didn't realize that was a possibility, but it makes sense. So they're possibly the only ones left of their species. That explains... Our explorations, which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to search for a safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on any suitable refuge we could find. Populated or not, if the native being were hospitable, we would live in peace. If not, we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So that explains the invasion. The invasion was literally just them. So, that was when It was that I arrived at a miraculous planet, lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos. I blundered into mundane war zone, where I was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest you already know. Having fallen behind on our search, I hurried to where our communication received no answer. It was there I met you, Inspector Hildibrand. I was touched by the despair of the final days reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, it seemed that in a sense, we fell prey to that despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people has brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. Alright, so with those at Ultima Thule, we at least managed to save a few who are lost the final days. That said, we've nowhere else to go. Would it be too much for us to live here on your star? Well, of course, you must stay. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel. It's a cute little flying saucer. Wait, what? Mommy! Oh, Inspector, not again. Wait for me. Oh, never a dull moment around our dear Hildibrand. At least we needn't worry if the ship crashes, not with an impervious Mandervillian upon board. Ah, funny you should mention that. Upon reviewing the Manderville family tree, it was clear that a lord without heirs was passed down the name to an adopted child several generations ago. Wait, that means he's not of alien blood? Are you saying that you and your son are not direct descendants of Godbrand, the alien Manderville line? How to explain our natural sturdiness? When it comes to building strength and perfecting gentlemanly technique, it is not one's lineage that matters, but unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Godbrand's bloodline is broken, House Manderville shall live on through us. If the big-oggled boy can't swallow that explanation, I've also heard of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could that be you? Could be that you and Hildi have trapped in that cosmic essence. Ah, dynamis. Oh, if that's the case, then you must be positively swimming in it, my dear. It appears everything's under control here, so let us return to the city, shall we? Once more do I find myself hurtling at superlative speed towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case. For Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Hello, Delian, how does it go? Thanks to an enlightening conversation with Master Poo-Poo on the way back, I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. I trust the endeavor yet holds your interest. Pray inform Master Geralt of your willingness to assist. My hammer and I shall make all haste to the Grand Crucible. With that said, I bid you good day. Thank ye all for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and the blocky lad will be back for more cases before you know it. Imagine they kept Brandy Hill Holds of Fate up to interpretation in case they decide to use him again, or if not, well, who knows. You've gone above and beyond for us, Kota, and for that I'd like to have the one replicated. I'd like you to have the one replicated starship that we made. It doesn't have the duplication functionality or other such technology, but it will carry you through the skies. Use its key whenever you wish. As an MMO player, I love a new mount. As for the two of us, we've decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on a journey of exploration. And so, this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything. We are fortunate indeed to have met you. I was wondering what the reward was when it turned out the Master Poo-Poo mini was a reward for the earlier questline. It seems Poo-Poo wasn't planning invasion after all. He even tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm calling an end to this investigation, Kota. Your unfailing support during the entire ordeal has been most appreciated. Thanks to you, I was able to observe the inner workings of Charlie and even travel the surface of the moon in search of the truth. And when my own conspiracies threatened to blind me, you were there to open my eyes to the true shape of things. But this world yet harbors its share of strange and inexplicable, not least of which was the source of the Hildibrand's impossible physiology. If not an alien, maybe he's a byproduct of the hyper-advanced civilization of the past. Descendant of gruesome biological experiment. Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexplained phenomena, and the very man for the job. Guess he decided to use the tank-like controls. Alien blood never flowed in their veins. The source of strength, an enigma remains. A dynamic folk, their clothing bespoke. A gentlemanly family, the good house Manderville. A true inspector is born from the heart. La la da 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 da. The Corporal Lion, Hildibrand will return. I look forward to it. I hope he does get a quest in Dawn Trail. Theoretically, should he? Like I said, he's had all of them except for Shadowbringers, but that's the kind of thing. It's except for Shadowbringers. Yeah, the creepy stalker bastard. A shooting star across the sky. Let's see, what is in this smoke screen? Camouflage. Wait, is that? Interesting. And here I thought they'd leave it up to interpretation. Unidentified flying gentleman. Your info identification key. First of all, gentlemen, walk with me. Alright, with a rectangular piece of unknown material, placing it near a UFO will bring it to life. Yeah, as you can see, I have not learned how to properly manage my inventory. You can now summon the UFO mount. So, mount guide. Here it is. While appearing to be identical to Poo-Poo's starship, this replica lacks certain functionality such as matter duplication, which in light of recent events is probably for the best. It is also unable to shrink you to a size to fit in the cockpit, meaning you do not so much as ride as you are dangled by its tractor beam. Oh my. Let me go somewhere where I'm allowed to mount. You know, I could just teleport outside with the master etherite here, you know? So I'm gonna do precisely that. Gate to the first sight. Alrighty, let's see how this mount looks. Not minion. Although I do like those two favorites so far. Yofo. Oops. Sufficiently silly. I like it. Rather straightforward, I think. Only 1 hour. It's a bit of a short stream, but I was planning to make it a short one anyway, so you know what? We'll go ahead and call it here. Or do we? Yeah, I will. Unfortunately, I forgot to farm up materials, so I won't be able to get the relic to show off. Unfortunate, but you know what? Sometimes that's how it goes. Plus, it might give me an excuse to stream again later, so I think that's going to be all for tonight. Alright, well, until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.